national anthem of Nigeria.
Welcome to match day number 9, match number 17 of the ILT20 Continental Cup powered by Fancode. The morning match is Nigeria up against the home side. It's not just an ordinary match, but it is a clear semi-final as the winner of this particular fixture gets themselves into that afternoon final against Uganda. So everything will be on the line for these two sides. Two sides, one picked up a very big victory yesterday against Botswana, and that was Nigeria. Rwanda suffered a heavy defeat to Uganda, but they'll know everything will count for nothing if they cannot get a win in this one. The toss this morning was won by Nigeria. Sylvester Okpe opting to bat first on a wicket that has looked to offer a lot of runs for batters. He'll be hoping if he can get runs on the wicket, he'll put Rwanda on the back foot. The squad there for Nigeria: Runsewe, Isaac Danladi, Salem Salau, Olayanka is back in the side, Sylvester Okpe, Isaac Okpe, Vincent Adeweyo, Ridman Karim, Peter Aho, Muhammad Taiwo, and the youngster there, Uboa, will make up the 11 for Nigeria.
And here we have Team Rwanda: Manishimwe Oscar, Didier Ndikubimana, Daniel Gumisenge, Isae Mugabo, Orkide Tuisenge, Jean-Pierre Rukundo, Emil Rukiriza, Nadir Mohammed, Eric Kubimana, Zapi Morris Bimenyimana, and Inyas Nyirenganya. That will be the team playing this morning.
But after 8 match days, this is what the standings do look like. Uganda sit on top of that. There is daylight between them and the second best side. It is Nigeria in that second slot. Rwanda quickly, largely, slightly following Nigeria. The difference there is net run rate, and Botswana sit bottom of that log. But it is that important fixture between number 2 and number 3. Winner here goes into that final in the afternoon on Saturday.
It's a win of margins that will matter. And a brave call here by the Nigerian captain, opting to bat first, winning the toss. Suleiman coming in with Isaac Danladi. That will be Zapi Bimenyimana, the paceman for Team Rwanda, who's been picking up wickets. He's been having a tough time with the opening spells, but he'll be opening the bowling attack from the airport. And here we go, ball number 1. Wicket off the first delivery, as it nips back away from him. What a delivery, what a gem of a delivery to begin with. Got a shake of the head there. Early movement off the surface. And man in blue celebrating early.
Big wicket for Rwanda. They will know they've drawn first blood, and it's important first blood as they've sent back the man of the match in yesterday's afternoon encounter. That's the difference a couple of hours can make. Yesterday, Rusewe was cruising. He scored 25 off only 8 deliveries. But this morning, new deck, new wicket. Rwanda mean business, and Zapi manages to find that outside edge. Early on, first delivery. Rwanda will know that this is the exact momentum that they needed. They strike first delivery of the game.
Big game. Big stakes. Big player. Zapi Morris Bimenyimana has arrived to the party. Starts off with a gem of a delivery, a Jaffa, to get rid of the batsman without giving away any run. Puts the Nigerian side on the back foot. Excellent delivery once again. It's bowling such hard length this morning.
Yeah, just having a look at how Zapi has done, especially in the last about 3 to 4 games, match days. He's bowled very straight, looked to challenge batters, not bowl any width. He was guilty of bowling width earlier on in the tournament, but he's come back extremely well. He's looked to find the outside edges of batters, and the Rwanda will want him to continue that kind of form.
Much fuller this time around. Bit slopey there, but won't take the damage.
The opening combination for Nigeria yesterday that were very, very quick out of the blocks. They literally blasted away that 50 that Botswana had set in those 5 overs. They had a lot of success yesterday, totally different today. They've lost one of those, the first delivery, but Isaac Danladi will be on strike following that single. He motored his way yesterday to 25 of just 9 deliveries. But he will know it's a new day. The dimensions of the game, the requirements, the context is totally different. This is a 20-over match itself, not the 5 overs of yesterday.
Up and over. That might go the distance. Yes, it does. It goes for a maximum. What a way to bounce back. Isaac Danladi starts off with a maximum there.
Very straight delivery, but Isaac Danladi is looked to follow it up from yesterday. Yesterday he muscled quite a number of big sixes there. And on his first delivery, has chanced his arm and cleared that big deep mid-wicket boundary.
Stand and deliver. Doesn't waste time at all. Give it plenty of elevation. Got under the delivery there. Lots of height on it as well. The cameraman almost lost it in the clouds there.
Yeah, but Zahid, what a gem of a game we had yesterday afternoon. 5-over game, obviously, rain interruption. 5-over game, Botswana won the toss and elected to bat. They managed to get 50 runs, and you felt that at the halfway stage they were the happy of the two sides. But Nigeria came out guns blazing. It was literally a gun of Navarone yesterday. Those Nigerian batters, Suleiman Ronsewe, alongside that man in your frame, Isaac Danladi. They made light work of that 50, just it in 2.5 overs.
Yeah, they do have that aggressive side, aggressive nature, and it's part of their culture as well. Everything they do it loud. They live their life large. Nigerians around the world, you see them love big houses, love big cars, love the big lifestyle. Of course, as a Nigerian cricketer, you love the big show. Love the big hits. Up and over once again. That will race away to the boundary ropes for 4.
Isaac Danladi has not lowered his gears. He's continued from where he was yesterday. Full delivery from Zappi. He's gotten the treatment he deserved. Very well struck right there over the fielder. Isaac Danladi is on 10 of just 2 deliveries.
There is no stopping this man. He looks in great touch this time. Oh, lovely effort there. Keeps it. Nearly went on to the boundary ropes once again. This time square of the wicket. As he was getting there, couple of fumbles, but fingertips to it, and he drags it back in. That will be the end of the first over. It's 13 for the loss of 1, Team Nigeria. Entertaining start we've got ourselves this morning. to this semis. Salim Salau, who's usually seen to be the aggressive batsman for Team Nigeria, is sitting on one of two deliveries as his partner has taken off 3 to get to 12 runs.
Short and wide delivery. Ineas, that's off. That's offered. Salim Salah width. And we've seen him throughout the tournament. He's one of those batters that is very, very strong on that in that extra cover region. Very strong outside of stump, square of the wicket.
It was just a timely tap. A gentle, timely tap of guidance to the boundary ropes there. So sweetly done there by Salim.
Rwanda would have been hoping for a similar kind of start that they did get from Zappi, who managed to pick up a wicket of the first delivery. But this time, Ineas bowls it way too wide. He'd want to correct his radar.
Much, much better. At times what happens is Ineas charges in and drops his head and loses sight of the batsman. So 60% of the times it's guesswork by the big left armour, losing track of the line.
Much better lines there from him, but drop and run tactic yet again from Nigeria allows them to rotate strike. But it's fantastic conditions here. The sun is out at the Gahanga Cricket Stadium. We'll be hoping to get a full day's affair of cricket matches. As we did state the significance of this game, the winner here will be the second to get into that final on that Saturday afternoon.
Oh, just a pickup shot for another maximum. Isaac Danladi. And it is a boundary. It went for 4 off one bounce.
Gets his line totally wrong there. That was far down the leg side. Easy pickings for the man that is in a lot of form, Isaac Danladi. He's cruising, he's pouncing on some poor bowling here, making full use of it. You want to imagine the temptation for Didier because he has 3 of his frontline seamers. The temptation to give the new ball to Eric, who's shown a lot of control with that new ball.
Man is striking it at 400 at the moment. Everything he touches turns into gold. Another boundary for Isaac Danladi.
Powerfully struck yet again from Isaac Danladi. No need of moving his feet. But he has such beautiful hands. Gets right under that one. Another boundary in that vacant extra cover region. Pick over, you would say, with just one delivery to go.
This has been some innings of acceleration here by Isaac Danladi. 20 of just 5 deliveries. Once again, Nadir Mohammed will stop that. And an expensive over. 3 boundaries coming off that. We mark the end of the second over. It's 26 for the loss of 1. Team Nigeria. Just to remind all our viewers joining us just now, early on, Nigeria winning the toss and opting to bat first. We've got Zappi continuing his spell from the airport end. Picked up a wicket off his very first delivery, but then gave away 13 runs.
I'd like to see Salim Salah simply now try to play a supportive role. He should be able to recognize that Danladi is in full flow. So just support him, rotate the strike. Thorough ball yet again from Zappi, looking to close down the batter, especially a batter that thrives off width. It's looking not to get anywhere out of that fourth stump line and just keep Salam a bit quiet on one end.
Oh, nearly got to it. They pick up a sneaky single there. Every single run matters. Goes in the air. Fielder getting underneath it. And a catch will be taken. Emil Rukiriza takes a catch. Zappi Bimenyimana picks up his second as Nigeria lose their second wicket for 27 runs.
Very well ball there from Zappi. Draws his length back. Isaac Danladi unable to get right under that one, and that only flew straight to that waiting fielder at mid-off. Completes a very important catch. Rwanda will be glad to see the back of both Isaac Danladi and Suleiman Rushewe. They will know that they've quickly gotten into this mid-order. Blasted 20 off 7. Doesn't get better than that, Zaid.
Oh, the cameo was very, very delightful to watch. 20 runs off just 7. A blitz of an innings there came to an end. Wearing his heart on his collar. Took it by the chin there. Got out in a fashion he wouldn't mind. Again, Zappi showing some maturity, being the senior bowler here. Keeps it on the ground. No run taken.
Turning out to be a very good over. Good recovery over from Zappi. He's conceded just 1 run. Picked up that prize wicket of Isaac Danladi. Who are here in the commentary box imagining or wondering if Isaac Danladi had been notified that it was a 20-over game this morning, unlike the 5 overs that he batted in yesterday.
Up and over. Spoke too early there. Will end the over with a boundary. It's 31 for the loss of 2 after 3.
Gets right under that one. Full face of the bat. Plays that straight over Emil Rukiriza at mid of 4 runs to the total. And the change in the bowling from the pavilion end. Didier Ndikumana has been forced to make that early change, and he throws the ball, the new cherry, to Eric. He felt that Eric has been bowling pretty well. He's recovered well in the tournament. Made use of the opportunities that he has been given. Look to swing the ball early.
Oh, starts off with a back of a length delivery there, Eric Kubimana. Salim Salau, not the tallest of players. So bowling that particular length to him will be key as you make it uncomfortable for him to get on top of. And that will be given as a wide.
I'd be more interested in the lines that they bowl to Salim Salau. A lot more than the lengths. We've seen him as one of those batters who is extremely strong, and that square on the offside, he feeds off width and he'll feel that he's missed out on that delivery. So you'd want to see Rwanda ball a lot straighter to him. Very well ball yet again from Eric, cramping him for any kind of room. As long as you do not allow him to free his arms. Just felt that throughout the tournament that you have him in a bit of check.
Yeah, he's kept it nice so far. Eric does have that character in him that picks up wickets for the run-on side when they need it. Can he bring in some threat early on into his spell?
You just get yet again that there will obviously be some pondering for Lawrence Matlani and Didier on how to use these three fast bowlers, especially the fact that Martin Akayezi is not in the lineup today. It's a good headache to have.
Just guides it down to deep third man there, picking up a single.
Olainka, one of those batters for Nigeria, you felt that started the tournament well, lost his place, but it's good to see that he's returned.
You mentioned Olainka. I believe players like Olainka really shouldn't over try things, because once they try to prove or make a mark for themselves, they end up losing concentration, they end up being too hard on themselves.
Very old ball from yet again from Eric. He's cramping the batter for room, and with that dot ball brings an end to the fourth. Nigeria 34 for 2.
Zappi once again into the attack. And they pick up a single within the circle there. The Nigerian batsmen have shown this character before, where they pick up sneaky singles within the circle. Not just the big shots that can be threatening.
Thorough ball yet again, run out opportunity. Unable to clatter into the stumps, and they scamper through for a single. But for me, it's very good to see Rwanda's premier fast bowler, Zappi Binyimana, put his hand up to be counted. It's not very easy to bowl 3 overs in that power play. But the question of the day right now is just how long it will take Didier to deploy his spinners. He does have a left-arm orthodox spinner in Nadir Muhammad. and a right-arm off spinner in Emil Richiriza. We did see Botswana perhaps lose the trick a little bit yesterday. They did not bowl any single over of spin. They bowled a lot of pace on deliveries to the Nigerians, and they went the distance.
Yeah, the Nigerians surely do prefer some speed coming their way. A little bit of pace on it, and the timing gets sweeter and better. That was the full length there. Taps it and picks up a single. So already, even before the ball gets released, the batsman has already thought of dropping it and running hard for a single. That's when it becomes difficult to run them out.
Yeah, but Zahid, many other coaches will actually tell batters to think the other way around. Rather than think about the single first, they'll try and tell them to start thinking of options of 6, 4, 3, 2 going down. So the mindset needs to be a very positive one. Another drop and run attempt, and they scamper through nice and easy. Important phase, at least they've recognized that whereas they're not getting the boundaries they might have wanted, they need to keep the scoreboard ticking. 4 singles picked up in this over.
Yeah, showing that they're good running between the wickets as well, not just hitting the boundaries here. Just a tap down on the ground. And that will be the end of the 5th over. It's 38 for the loss of 2 now. Again, a quick drop and run was the call there. Quick single.
Bit of an indifferent start so far from Nigeria. From one end, we saw Isaac Danladi. He was in a totally different gear. Unlike the batters on the other end, he cruised to 20 off just 9 deliveries.
Yeah, from the looks of it, he looked like someone who's been given the license to go ahead and play his shots. Never held back from any of the shots he played. Oh, he's coming in sharply on that occasion off the surface. It's good to see how healthy the pitch is playing out, despite all the games having played on.
Yeah, it is something that we mentioned earlier on in the commentary box. We felt that the wickets have been exceptionally good. And we gave the flowers and the obviously kudos to the ground staff here at the Gahanga Stadium. That even on match day number 9, the wickets have been excellent. The bounce has been even enough.
Today, that name you see on the screen, Eric Kubimana. Another Eric the legend, retired yesterday. Was an emotional moment for Rwandan fans and friends and family around. Watch the big man take the center stage for the last time.
Yeah, fantastic scenes from yesterday's game, obviously, besides the result. But the curtains came down on a 16-year career of Eric. as they used to call him Big Eric. A man that has served Rwanda cricket with diligence. He used to wear shirt 51, obviously. Testament to the 51 hours he spent in the nets, amassing that world record that allowed for the fundraising drive to build this particular facility. So there's a lot to thank him for. And we wish him the very, very best in his time off the oval itself.
Yeah, wishing him all the very best in his future endeavors. Not just him, but his future generations also being interested in the game. And that will be the end of the power play. It's 41 for the loss of 2.
So looking at the highlights there in the power play. First delivery of the turn of the game itself was a wicket, but Isaac Danladi took a liking to this medium pace of Zapi Bimenyimana. Started off by hitting him, and that was a beautiful one yet again for Salim Salau. Isaac Danladi took a liking to those short deliveries from Interingaya. He yet muscled that one, but he had too many, and that catch was completed there at mid-off by Emil. Very well driven down there by Olayenke, getting his inning underway. But you will feel at this stage the power play. Nigeria getting 41 for the loss of 2. The game right now is very evenly poised. There will be a change in the commentary box as we welcome Tawanda Eli alongside Bob Songa.
Thank you, gentlemen. The change in box, in the voices in the box, since the change in the bowling. Nadir Mohammed being introduced into the attack for Team Rwanda. Spin option this time around. So good morning, Bob Songa.
Good morning, Eli. And a very good morning to our lovely viewers, wherever you are.
That's a good ball. Very well ball. Bowling in the right channel. Being a left-arm spinner, taking it away from the right hander. There we go. And that's a typical test match delivery. That's what makes left-arm spinners lethal, because it will do you wonders. Some length and room on the offside. Well played. And they pick up 2. The running that Nigeria does in between the wickets is marvelous. And that's one key thing that will be outstanding throughout this whole entire tournament. And if I'm to just make a stat out of the blue, I think they are the team that runs the hardest in between wickets here throughout this whole entire tournament. And they convert 1s into 2s, 2s into 3s.
Cut away again with an offer from Mohamed Nadil. They'll pick up yet another single. Very good power play, would say, Eli. Even poised, as our co-commentator said, Davis. Of course, Team Rwanda, knowing they have picked up 2 wickets, and especially that one of Isaac Danladi, giving them a dream start once again. Zapi Menyimana with only 44 for 2. You'd feel
It was a thrilling 7-ball 20 from Isaac Danladi. 3 4s and 1 6. 7 overs done. It's 44 for 2. Let's have a look at the batting card. How Nigeria started out things. Salim Salau is still in there. 15 from 24. Olale Olenka 8. Mbareva Isaac Danladi 20 from 7. Solomon Ranchwe got a gem of a delivery. Straight delivery. And picked the outside edge. Rwanda's bowling card, Zepi Biminyumana, 3 overs, 22 runs, but has picked up the 2 wickets. That's all we talk about there. Not so bad in economy at 7.3. Usually in T20 we want to operate around that area or around 6 and over. You're doing good.
A challenge, of course, from the pavilion end as we see the right arm off break. Emiru Kiriza.
Let's work through the offside. We hit the sweeper. They just pick up a 1. Nigeria hoping for a change of fortunes after that 10-wicket victory over Botswana yesterday. It sets them in a very better place to try and finish second. They had a good start to the tournament. It seemed as if the writing was on the wall for everyone. But however, they went on to lose 5 games on the trot. Managing a win yesterday in a 5-over thrilling encounter yesterday. If you missed that one, I am sorry. You can have the privilege of going on to the YouTube channel and try to find it there. But I tell you what, you will need some popcorn because it was action-packed. Too short, pulled away. Not before, magnificent hit from Salim Salau.
Very good shot on that occasion, drifting into the pads. No chance whatsoever for that man in the deep, Mohamed Nadil. Getting a lot of turn at the spinners. Would feel, of course, for that man, Mohamed Nadil, will be very happy to see the ball turning.
Again, deft touch, looking for a single. Well played. This is the kind of play that I would wish Nigeria would put up when they face sides like Uganda. Better sides than them. Work things around. Have a plan that is hitting the singles, especially after the power play. Because they have lost 2 wickets during the power play, but they have well over 40 runs from that. So that's a good start. It's a good tactic to have.
Another sharp turn. Worked on the onside for yet another single. Starting off with 8 runs from his first over is Emiru Kiriza. 52 for 2 after 8. Moving at 6.5 is Team Nigeria. Mohamed Nadil to continue from the airport end. He went for only 3 runs in his first. He's been very impressive with the ball for his side here. Is that man has a very good economy of 6. Oh, beats the outside edge, squared him up. Is Mohamed Nadil.
Now this is beautiful from Nadeem Mohammed. Hitting the right areas as a left arm spinner, giving it a lot of revs. Got to grip, turn, especially when it's pitched between middle and leg stump there. There we go. That's the area. And it would do wonders.
With the way, given the way the ball is turning, I would love to see Nadil putting in a sleeping play. Try and bring that outside edge into action.
Again, not sure whether to go on the forward drive, just pushing it. That's another dope ball. And creates pressure. Oh, quicker, flatter. You can see the frustration on Olale Olayinka's face. Failing to read how to play Nadeem Mohammed. Again, I'll get a 1.
Very good again from Mohamed Nadil on that occasion, giving it some air, enticing the batsman to go for him under the down the ground. I beg your pardon. Going for only 1 run in his second. Because of the back foot beats the outside edge. Loud appeal and the finger is up. He gets the big wicket of Selim Selau.
Oh, little dance from Nadeem Mohammed. He's been looking lethal, making it to turn this time around. Gets a faint edge. Trying to give himself room leg side. Found himself fishing at it. Tried to walk away, looking straight at the umpire, but he has to go. Selim Salah departs for 21 from 28. Strike rate of 75. Nigeria, they lose their third. 53 for the loss of 3 after 9 overs.
Emil Kiriza to continue from the pavilion end. Walked on the onside, getting some sharp turn at the spinners. They've made sure right after the power play, when the field of course is spread, they've made sure the yellow greens earn every single run.
Now the two spinners operating in tandem. I love Emil Kiriza to be a little bit more tighter and disciplined, just like Nadeem Mohammed. He went for 8 in his first. There we go. And that's the area to work around. That's where you need to be. But he might just need to push it a little bit more forward, because the turn that he's getting there, it will be going across the batter, but you want him to play. There, that's the play. That hoik will definitely put into play those players. Deep backward square, deep mid wicket and cow corner. The beauty of 2 arts of spinning, an off spinner and then an orthodox left armer. There we go. That's beautiful, beautifully bowled. If Vincent Adeoye is to try and get off the mark here or make a reasonable contribution, he needs to get to the pitch of that delivery. As long as you're playing with the almost flat bat or squarish bat, you present an opportunity for a wicket.
Vincent Adeoye being promoted on this occasion. It is a must win, of course, for either side here. You always felt like, given the way the two spinners of Team Rwanda have been magnificent in their quarters, you always feel like they are one spinner short as guys that one to third man for yet another boundary. Much needed boundary for that man Olayinke to close off, of course, the 10th over. Already halfway stage, 61 for 3.
Playing this one very, very late. Just playing it behind, shot third. Beating the fielder for pace. Rachide has to retrieve it from beyond the boundary. That's the betting card. Olaleo Link has been there 16 from 21. He would need to bet throughout and make an impact. There have been starts there. Isaac Danladi 20. Selim Salau 21. Those are good starts. Olalenke as well 16 from 21. That's a good start. They need to be converted into slightly bigger figures.
Yes, Inirenganya on that occasion on the bowling chart, he's been very expensive in his 1 over, but those two spinners, especially Mohamed Nadil, going for only 4, picking up a wicket.
Oh, that's it. There we go. That's the area to bowl to. Being drawn forward and found a thickish outside edge. You talked about a slip there. I'm still thinking it's a good idea. It should be one there. Still frustrated, Lolenka. Can't read Nadeem Mohammed. Not that he's doing anything that is out of the ordinary, but he's just bowling in the right areas.
On a pitch that he's playing, of course, as a day 4 pitch, you'd love to have a slip in place. Quick running between the wickets from the two.
None look nasty. He took one in the face there. Physio quickly onto the scene. Yeah. Says it got him in the rib cage. Seems to be okay. And I expect should be waiting for him after the game. Some bruises that come through with the game. Sometimes the helmet is not only just for the bowlers that you are facing. It could be also for such incidences. But luckily enough for him, and was into the rib cage. He's fine. He'll be up and about.
Mohamed Nadil and the Emir Kiliza, they've made sure right after the power play, they've made sure they bring back things to their likings, scoring only 22 in the next 4 overs at a rate of 5.5. And Mohamed Nadil, of course, picking up that big wicket of Selim Selau. They would love to keep pegging Team Nigeria. They know anything above 130 can be challenging. Straight to that fielder who's been brought into that slip. The young Isaini Omugabo. Oh, beast the outside edge again. Sharp turn from Nadir Mohammed. Very impressive figures. Coming in, of course, to ball his last delivery in his third. A lot of appeal down the leg side. And he will end with a dot ball, giving away only 2 is Mohamed Nadil. 63 for 3 after 11.
A lot of people will be watching this one eagerly. And not only those that are right here in Rwanda, but as well as in Lagos and Abuja in Nigeria. They'll be keenly watching the progress that has been made by the Yellow Greens, wanting them to be in that final. They want them to do better. Yes, they won the qualifier that they hosted. Now is also an opportunity to picking up another silverware within the year. Meanwhile, Rwanda, they want to give themselves a chance as host to this magnificent tournament that we have at the ILT20 Continental Cup, powered by Fancode. Emil Rokiriza put back into the attack, 15 from the 2. Big swing across the line again. This is okay, this is fine. It's not a convincing shot. It'll work wonders on the confidence of the batter. Something that people would need to try and do, especially the batter that is on strike. If you're going to play off spin, try to get to the pitch of the delivery. Try to play it into the area. They say play the ball according to its line. If it's on the offside, play through the offside. Unless and absolutely you are sure that you have the power and the pedigree to send it over leg side, picking it well outside off stump. But from the looks of it, not so convincing. Oh, this time he gets a clean hit. And he hears me and he tries to prove me wrong. And boy, does he do a beautiful job in that. This one came right out of the middle of the hood.
Oh, on that occasion, getting under it is Olayinke. Even get all the way to a maximum. A big one, I must say here. He knew, of course, there was a fielder in the deep square leg and deep mid wicket.
That's well hit. You see the difference between that delivery and the other 2 in the over. This one was in the slot. The other, you were asking the batter to come forward. But this one, it was in his comfort zone. And boy, did he take full advantage of that. He'll feel better. Olayinka, 23 from 26.
A man, of course, you'd feel he's not been given a lot of chances in this tournament. He will love to prove a point.
Much better comeback.
He would love, of course, to prove a point. Is that man, Olayinke, who is on 23. Hit the outside edge, beating that man a short third, or Olkide who gives it a chase. Very good effort in the deep, looking for the third one. There's couple for 3 runs. Good running between the wickets.
That was a close one. Trying to stop that thick outside edge. Just behind. Short third again. Okide. Oh, he does bring it back just in time. But just in time. Just in time. 3 runs.
Very good effort from that tall lad, Orkide Tuisenge, saving his team 1 run. Physio will go up there to have a look. He might have hurt himself, his Orkide.
Have a look at his arm. Also an opportunity for some guys to get some fluids, especially the batters. Physio in that magic bag of tricks. I wonder how much stuff can fit in that bag. You always seem to have the right stuff for every kind of injury. Looking at that again. Great chase. Already he has problems with those wrapped up fingers. Good slide and good let go at the right time. Still talking about that magic bag. Seems to have the right kind of tools for the right injuries, whether it's a headache, a sprain. It just goes with the same bag. You don't ever see them changing around things or coming with a different bag. How deep is that bag? Tell us, you've had a couple of occasions to call the physio.
Interestingly, Eli, I've never called the physio out there in the middle. That's how lucky I was in my career.
Now, this has been a long tournament. You see a lot of players, they have taped up fingers. Some is from field and some is from batting. Others also some incidents during practice or warm-up sessions. But those are the scars of the game that you carry. I have a few as well. I had a few broken fingers. I love to field in that point region. Gets hit hard and also in the covers. Where did you field?
At point, where the best fielders field, of course. And of course in sleeps. But I'll tell you, in my whole career, it took like 5 catches in the sleep corridor.
That's a very low number. Right, one more delivery to end the 12th over. Nkide seems to have been taped up and is all good to play. Floated up, creamed through the covers. That's a magnificent hit. A floater, half tracker, punished.
Oh, what a way to close off the over. Going for 13, very expensive there from Emil. With an offer in the arc. No chance whatsoever into that vacant region for another boundary. Much needed boundary. 76 for 3 after 12.
One spinner has been very economical, threatening the other, licking runs. Emil Rukiriz has conceded almost 30 runs if you had to round it up to the nearest 10 in the 3 overs that is bowled. Meanwhile, same number of overs to Nadeem Mohammed being brought to bowl his last over. Only 6 runs for 1 wicket. There. Making them play shots like that bring LBW into play.
Would love, of course, to close off his quarter with another wicket. He's been very tidy up front. Is Mohamed Nadil going for only 7 runs in his 3.1 overs. No sleep on this occasion. Swept again to that man in the deep. He'll be happy, of course, keeping the scoreboard ticking. These two trying to put on a partnership. Olainke, who is on 27 of 29, and Vincent, of course, being promoted up the order. He's on 8. Goes for a big cut shot, beats the outside edge, a little bit quicker on the occasion from Mohamed Nadil.
Oh, well bowled again. It's good stuff from Nadeem Mohammed. Very good stuff. If only his bowling partner could emulate him. But he's been the one that's been releasing the pressure that's been building up. Oh, well hits, but not enough. And he just dropped short of the fielder. But they're able to come back for 2. I think of a 3rd. They call it off. Playing against the turn there, Olainka, and almost getting into trouble because that one didn't come off the middle of the bat.
Many times, of course, in this tournament, we've seen batsmen taking doubles on that man in the deep. Inyasi Nirenganya, he has a rocket throw. And with that dot ball, who finishes quarter is Mohamed Nadil, picking up a wicket, going for only 10 runs. Beautiful bowling spell there from the man who's been leading from the front with the ball. 80 for 3 after 13.
Now we're changing bowling. Ignace Ntirenganya will be brought back into the attack here. He only bowled 1 over, went for 13. He'll be hoping that he can do better this time around. Replacing Emil Rukiriza, who's been going for 9 and over in the 3 that he has bowled. Despite those huge numbers of the bowlers that I've just mentioned in terms of runs that they've given away, Nigeria have been scoring at around 6.2. Rwanda should be okay with that because we're just about 7 overs remaining here. It's still okay. They have a way of keeping things under 6. That's good. 124 is the projected score at the moment.
Starts off with the dot ball is Inyas Nirenganya. Given, of course, those 6.5 overs left with the likes of the captain Sylvester Okpe and his brother Isaac. They have done magnificently at the back end of the innings. Is Team Nigeria. You would feel Vincent and Olainke are putting on a considerable partnership here. Into the pass, Laula Pila. Down the leg side, umpire says very good, again, presence of mind from that man, Olainke, trying to take strike. He's been out there for quite a number of deliveries now.
I still don't understand why Vincent Adeoye was sent in that early. Because just looking even at the figures that he has, in the whole entire tournament, he has scored only 35 runs in the matches that he has played. 6 innings he has, averaging 8. Then you have Sylvester himself, Okpe, the captain. He has played 7 innings, 159 runs, averaging 31 with a strike rate of 150. I would have loved to see him come up the order. These are the little decisions that put you in a very tricky position.
You'd feel again for the Yellow Greens. It's one of those days where you take a gamble and it never pays off. He's still out there though, 8 of the 11. Upish into the deep looking for the second one. They decide not to take on the arm of Mohamed Nadil. You might have felt like they sent him to make that impact, try and get 20 off 10, but it looks the other way around. 9 off 12.
Because right now things have slowed down. There's no one looking to take charge. Yes, Olainka is there, but his strike rate is just in the 90s. Pulls it away. Ah, it didn't know how close the ball was there. And that'll be 4 given away, but it was a great effort at first. Just unfortunate because it was hit hard just behind him. That's Deepak Square. The diving effort there. And then as he got up, the ball was still rolling. And then by the time he got up, it was by the line. Better line. Pushing it across the right hander. That's good ball. 14 overs done. It'll be 87 to Nigeria. And we can look at that replay again. Great delivery. 14 done, 87 for the loss of 3.
And with that bowling change from the airport end, there will be a change in the commentary box. Eli and Bob will take a break. Zahid Khan and I will take you through this final phase of this inning. And they start off with the boundary. Vincent Adewoyo. You'll know that he was sent out there to do a job. He starts off this over. First delivery from Jean-Pierre Rukundo. He muscles that down the ground. Not the best looking shot, but it got the result he was looking for. It's in the smallest part of the boundary of the ground here at the Gahanga. Welcome back, Zaid.
Oh, what a way to be welcome back here. With a beautiful shot straight as an arrow down the ground. Shorter format of the game. Well known for the big shots. Big moments. Takes a swing at it, misses that one.
Takes a little shimmy down the wicket, goes for a big wild slog. Didn't look pretty.
But that is something Jean-Pierre Rukundo is known for. His cutters, his variation of pace. Rolling of fingers over the ball.
Not too sure why Vincent looks gutted, but he should know that he's gotten 4 runs. Not too sure he's been poorly. His bat is broken. But with that very full delivery, in the replay, full toss, asking to be hit, and hit it was to that vacant deep mid-wicket area. Nadir not able to keep that in. The bowler would have done with a bit more support from Nadir down there. His struggles with his fielding continue.
Definitely, he should have kept that one in. Already got himself behind the ball, and wasn't really hit that hard. Could have done much better there. Playing the guilty role is Nadir. Throughout this tournament, that's something that he'll need to pick up on, is his fielding. Takes a swing at it once again. And pops through the hands of Zapi Bimenyimana as he hits the ground.
Good effort there from the big fast bowler down there, long on. He did the hard work. Had to run around that one. Better connection, obviously, from Vincent Adewoyo. Goes into those bucket hands of Zapi and pops out them, immediately hits the ground. But again, you'll say for me, Jean-Pierre Rukundo, his bowling continues to struggle. Walked into this tournament with a big reputation, but he's not delivered with the ball in hand.
Vincent has been given the message, especially after that dropped opportunity, to have a go at everything he can. And exactly what he's doing at the moment is looking for deliveries to get to the boundary fences. Wide of the crease, will miss that. Will end the over with a dot. Outfoxed by the cutter. It's 15 overs done here. 97 for the loss of 3. With the last 5 overs remaining here, 97 seems like a brewing pot of a big total coming towards Nigeria. Loud appeal and the finger will be raised. Starts off with a wicket. Inyas Nirenganya picks up a wicket. First ball of his 3rd over.
Balls right across him there, cramps him for room. He might have felt that he could have wanted to get better connection, but he only gets a faint feather on that one. Catch very well completed by Didier there, wicket keeper. Olenka has gone for a 34 run knock off 37 balls. You feel that he's literally scored a lot slower than you'd have liked. But more importantly for Nigeria, they found that middle batter in Olayanka to try and put together that middle phase of the Nigerian inning, and he's done a decent job.
Yeah, he's picked the wicket at the right time. Like I said, last 5 overs remaining here. Nigeria will be searching to score whichever way possible.
And with just 28 deliveries to go to close out this inning, Nigeria will not mind losing that wicket, because in walks their captain, the man who's been in form. It's been very, very handy for them, both with ball and bat in hand. 3-dimension cricketer, one, and probably the favorite or best all-rounder in this Nigerian setup. Walks in at a good time for him. He'll probably want to just knock it around for a few balls and look to go big. He's a strong, strong lad. Fierce competitor, Sylvester Okpe is.
Yeah, more than capable of playing a very handy cameo knock. He's played it a couple of times for Team Nigeria. Oh, got an edge to it. Off the first delivery. 2 in 2 for Inyas. And he's pumped. What a delivery to get rid of the captain.
Very well balled here there for again for Inyas. Cramps Sylvester Okpe for room. Did not give him the width he was looking for. And he gets either the shoulder of the bat, which looks like the glove. Sylvester Okpe, the Nigerian captain, is sent back to the heart for an early shower.
What a grab that was by Didier Nikubimana behind the wickets there. Stayed low, kept his eyes on it, put one arm down and held on to it.
It is the hat-trick ball. Delight there for the keeper. Takes an excellent catch, you would say. But one Okpe out, one Okpe in. Isaac Okpe will be on a hat-trick ball. We've seen quite a number of opportunities to pick up hat-tricks. But that hat-trick has continued to be elusive in the ILT20 Continental Cup powered by Fancode. Could this be the day?
It takes a skipper's effort to take a skipper's wicket. Oh, nearly picked up a hat-trick here. Moving into murky waters there was Isaac Okpe.
Just get a feeling right now with those 2 wickets, back-to-back wickets for Rwanda. Rwanda are on the charge. They'll be looking to try and restrict Nigeria to anything around that 125, 130 mark.
Yes, today not really getting too much bounce. He's understood the deliveries where he can just skid them on across the right-handers. And then the ones that he can keep straight.
Feet in the gutter there from Isaac Okpe. Did not move his feet. Didn't get anywhere close to it. But Inyas has put together 4 dot balls in a row.
Driven down the ground. Will be a single at best. Excellent over this has been by Inyas. Final delivery to come in. How often have we seen this by Team Nigeria, having a great start and the middle order starts crumbling?
Very well ball. They scamper through for a single, but just to answer your question, it's been a case of 2 extremes in their innings. But today you feel they've done a lot better than they've been doing in the past. But with that single, brings an end to the 16th. Nigeria, 99 for 5.
Eric Kubimana will be coming in for his 3rd over. In his 2 overs, he's given away just 6 runs. Most economical bowler for Rwanda in this particular innings so far. Goes to the fences off the first delivery.
That did not last too long. And that very full delivery, full toss, asking to be, it was down the leg side. Easy pickings there.
Yeah, hit me delivery and hit it was. You miss, I hit, says Vincent. He's on 24 of 20 deliveries.
Rwanda have been guilty of struggling at this back end of the inning. They've conceded quite a number of runs they will feel like they should not be conceding at the back end. So it will be an area of correction for them going forward.
Yeah, from the looks of it, if Rwanda can restrict the Nigerian side around the 130 mark, 130, 135 mark, that would be a decent total for them to chase. If it goes over 140 there, then they get into murky waters.
What ball from Eric, draws his length back. The batter Vincent can only manage to muscle that down to a long off for a single. We did see Vincent received quite a number of bats out there when he was trying to get a new bat. Perhaps someone finally accessed his kit bag of bats. Brought out close to 10 to 15 bats for him to pick.
Oh, what a delivery. Look at the bounce. Look at the movement.
More importantly for me, it's the line. That line cramps the batter for room. Isaac Okpe looking like he's waiting to pounce on any width. But that was a beauty of a delivery.
Committed onto the front foot so early. Once again, no footwork whatsoever. Look how wide those feet are spread.
A near copy and paste delivery yet again from Eric, cramping him for room. More importantly, you reckon that at this stage you want the Nigerian batters to get bat on ball, look to rotate strike, wait for that odd ball, because in this over they have already picked up 3 dot balls.
Oh, get some body onto that one. And that will be the end of the 17th over. It's 105 for the loss of 5. So apart from that one boundary, it was a decent over.
The manager from the Ineas will return for his 4th and final over of this match. But you reckon, you just feel that this is a very important passage of play. Big 18 balls coming up, with 2 teams trying to sneak into that final on that afternoon on Saturday.
Doesn't seem too far, just around the corner here.
If that obviously pitched way outside leg stump, never would be given. Again, Isaac seems to still be struggling out there, struggling with the pace, you would say.
The only thing that helped him survive there was where it had bounced. That one has been connected and sent on the mount for a maximum. Got underneath it, gave it the full treatment. Powerfully hit down. He's a strong guy. Vincent.
Looking at that replay, full delivery, exactly the ball he was waiting for. And Vincent picked out the right butt. It's looking like he has a rocket out there. Connects that with so much ease. Big moment, especially in this game, the context of the game. Momentum shifting, final 16 balls to go.
Elevation once again. Couple of bounces. The chase is on. Excellent chase in the deep there. 2 fielders coming to gather that one. And they'll pick up 2 runs off it.
10 runs already in this over. At the halfway stage of this final over from Ineas. You just get a feeling that Nigeria are on the charge. They just need to get bat on ball, run hard, turn those dot balls, those good balls into singles. And look to pounce on anything full, especially that short, straight boundary.
Yeah, with 5 wickets remaining in hand, they'll go for anything which comes their way. Once again, goes on the offside this time. Picks up a quick single. Big over this already.
For me, good single there, especially for Nigeria, because it appears like Isaac is slightly struggling to make any connection. But the man who's been there for 24 deliveries, Vincent, who sent up the order, appears to be picking up length much quicker and easier than he started off. So he's the person that you'd want, Nigeria would want to be on strike.
Takes a go at it, and catch will be taken. Eric Kubimana had plenty of yards to cover that one. Kept his eyes on the ball all the way. And safe hands. That will be the end of Vincent.
Full delivery there, full toss. Exact ball that Vincent would have hoped for, but he was beaten for pace on that one. Unable to pick it cleanly. And Eric completes an easy catch down there long off. Vincent has played a handy knock, 34 of 25 at a strike rate of 136. Feel that his captain is just justified his promotion.
Yeah, safe to say he didn't find the right bat. to find another maximum here.
And with that wicket, in walks Ridwan Abdul Karim, the leg spinner. But a very effective batter with bat in hand.
Just playing it down the ground now. The Nigerians, the good thing about the new batter, whoever comes in, is that they get off the mark straight away, pushing for a quick single. We're done with 18 overs here. It's 117 for the loss of 6. Zappy Bimenyumana comes in for his final over. Pops it in the air. Fielder tries to get underneath it and just lands short. He'll pick up 2 runs comfortably there.
Zappy started off his first spell by bowling 3 overs on the trot. In the power play, he's been called back to bowl at the death. I feel that he's passed the test that has been thrown at him by Didier. The leader of that pack has bowled in some very difficult situations. So for him to have conceded just 24 at this point, he's done an exceptional job. That's struck hard, wide of long of work to do for Emil. And he lets that through. Very, very sloppy, important runs for Nigeria with 10 deliveries to go.
Emil Rukiriza did all the hard work to get to it and just let it slip through his hands for 4. He cannot believe what he's done there. Very, very useful runs. Seven runs coming off the first 3 deliveries here. Zappy providing a catch opportunity of the first delivery that he bowled of this over. Fielders coming towards the back end of the innings should be supportive towards the bowlers. Pops it in the air. Who's getting underneath it? And a catch has been taken. That man will not make a mistake this time around. Makes a correction with a beautiful catch. Emil Rukiriza as Zappy Bimenyumana picks up his 3rd.
Very well bowled yet again. He draws his length back. And Isaac Kokpe, who has struggled in this inning to get any timing, hits that down to a fielder who's been obviously looking to try and correct that mistake he made. Very well taken there by Emil Rukiriza. But you could tell if you looked at the passage of play. Isaac sent him for just 3 of 9. That passage of play, Rudwan was extremely upset that he did not get back on strike. Isaac was not in position to allow him come back on strike. Yet you felt Rudwan was the batter that was connecting it better. And the following delivery, Isaac Kokpe loses his wicket trying to go big downtown.
Yeah, trying a bit too hard. A bit too eager. Mistimed that. Would have had power on that, but no timing. Again, hard hands. And 1 bounce for 4. Peter Aho.
Yeah, from one fast bowler to another. We've seen Peter Aho already in the tournament. Muscle a couple down the ground. This time starts his inning off with a big outside edge. But fortunately for him, there's no fielder at 3rd man. Runs away for much needed 4 runs.
Look how quick it raced away to the boundary ropes there. In no time. Blink and you miss it.
Peter Aho, the big unit of Peter Aho, muscles that one. Wide of that cover region. Picks up back-to-back boundaries, turning out to be the big over that the Nigerian onslaught would have been looking for. Gets right across the stumps, right in his arc. Over that coverage on field, unable to keep that in. Nigeria, you feel, have picked up momentum at the right time. 1 over to go.
128. 132 for the loss of 7 after 19. Last over to go here. Last 6 deliveries. The same mark as I mentioned early on for Team Rwanda to be keeping the score optimal for them to chase.
I think anywhere around that 140 mark, the game will really be evenly matched, evenly poised for what could be a spectacle later on. Eric returns for his final over. Goes big. Does he get enough on it? Yes, he does. Clears the first ball of this final over for maximum. Could easily turn this last over into a 14-15 run over. Perfect start for Rudman Al-Karim out there. He's connecting them. He's on 14 of 5 deliveries.
Look at the intent. Look at the execution. Look at the flow of the bat. Ridwan takes off and lands it out of the boundary ropes for a big 6 there. Starts the over with a maximum. Eric Kubimana for his final over here. Hasn't picked a wicket yet. Out of all the 7 wickets that have gone by,
muscles are down the ground straight enough, but unfortunately for him, not able to go straight to the boundary. Single it is. Could come back delivery there from Eric. Balls that right in the block hole. Not allowing Ridman to get under that one.
yeah, and right now as a fielding unit, you would be targeting towards the end where Peter Aho is running if you're looking for a run out. He's a big unit. Not the quickest of runners between wickets here. His partner on the other hand, Ridwan, is quite skiddy. Takes a big swing, misses it completely, and that misses everything. That will race away for 4. This is turning out to be a very expensive over indeed.
Farewell ball did the work, Eric. But keeper Didi unable to keep that in. And that runs away for 4 runs. Very important for Nigeria. They will not mind or care how they come. They'll know that they've already picked up 11 runs in this final over with 3 balls to go. Rwanda continuing to leak runs at the back end of their innings whenever they're bowling. It will be an area they need to try and correct as quickly as possible.
Yeah, how to finish off an innings should be a pace bowler's walk in a park. Again, an extra, rubbing into the misery.
A bit harsh there, I would say. I know the umpire, the line belongs to the umpire, but you could see the batter obviously went slightly outside of stump. You'd have expected the line to move, but the line at the end of the day belongs to those men out there in those blue long sleeve shirts. But you can tell what Peter is trying to do. With the 3rd man down and the mid wicket in the ring, you can see he's trying to hit that ball in that vacant area. 3 deliveries to go.
And he picks up a wicket. He finally gets something to celebrate for. Another wicket goes down. Wicket number 8. Takes a big swing and misses it completely. You miss, I hit. Pidao has got to depart for 8 of 4.
Knowing that he's a bowler, he'll be very happy with that strike rate of 200. He will let everyone know, everyone that has ears, know how quickly he will manage to get his runs.
Oh, definitely. Those 8 runs came off 2 boundaries. No running between the wickets. All muscle power. That's one way to play the game. That's the beauty of cricket. You can play it whichever way is suitable for you. It's a very subjective matter. Abdul Mumuni and continues with a wide. Eric Kubimana being extremely generous, playing Santa Claus a bit early here. Someone in Eric Kubimana's ear probably singing. Last 2 deliveries of the innings here. Eric Kubimana. Can he get one more?
That's very well struck there. Down there to the wide long off region. We're waiting to see the signal, and the signal is 4 runs. Ridwan has played a blind of an inning here. He's already on 19 of just 7 deliveries. Turning into a big over this one. Wide delivery, very full. Pretty easy pickings for Ridwan. Work to do down there for the fielder, unable to keep that in. With 1 delivery to go, you feel again momentum has shifted largely. There is that 150 mark. Nigeria. That will be a very psychological total already. It will mean for Rwanda to get into the final, they'll have to chase down their highest total in the tournament so far.
There's no cover there, and that's why he didn't have a go at it. And that will be the end of the innings. It's 151 for Team Nigeria after 20 overs for the loss of 8 wickets. That was a massive over by Eric Kubimana. Ridwan Karim scoring 19 of 8 deliveries.
Look at the batting cut there for Nigeria. Runsewe did not trouble the scorers today. Isaac Danladi opened the batting, got 20 of 7. Salah got 21 of 28. Olayenka 34 of 37. Vincent 34 of 32. Okpe did not trouble the scorers today. Isaac 3 of 9. Ridwan got a quick fire 19 of 8. Peter Aho 8 of 4. Nigeria managing to score 151 for the loss of 8 in their allotted 20 overs.
And here we have the Rwandan bowling card. Picking up 3 wickets each, Zabi and Inyas Nyirenganya. 37 runs Zabi gave away and 32 runs Inyas gave away with an economy of 9 and 8 respectively. Eric Ubimana gave away 26, picking up 1 wicket. Nadir Mohammed picked up 1 wicket, giving away 10 runs only, 12 extras.
Just looking at the highlights there in the first inning. Sapi started things off beautifully, getting that outside edge of Runsewe. But that did not hold Danladi back. He decided to go maximum hit right over the fielders. Width there, hit down to extra cover 4 runs. That was a very loose delivery. Isaac Danladi continued to operate and pierce through those fielders, but then got caught there at mid-off. Ball that was never to be hit, got caught at a mid-off by Emil Ruchiriza. Beautifully struck down the ground for 4 runs. It was oozing boundaries here for Nigeria. Short delivery, muscle down. Nadir manages to pick that batter. Salim Salih, he was not convinced, but he was sent back. Easy boundary behind third man, you would say. Balled with it there, but the batter chanced his arm. Vincent managed to mark so that to the embankment. Got with it again, went through covers for 4 more runs. Pulled handsomely down there, wide over deep mid-wicket. Very well bowled, but unfortunately batter was able to get to it. Vincent took a liking to Rukundo's bowling. And there he was, struck. Alinkaye was caught, followed that up with another one. Caught yet again by Didier. It was at one time hat-trick opportunity, not taken. Full delivery there from Eric. Look to take the liking on that one, Vincent. Another full delivery, but this time was unable to hit it for maximum. Got caught at long off. Sapi Bimenyimana got muscle down the ground there. And then he managed to hit that one. Isaac hit that one to the waiting field at long off. Catch completed. It was an inning of two halves, you would say. Peter Howe came, was destructive, scored 8-4. Took a liking to that bowling. Two big boundaries there for him. Until Rudawan hit a 6 in the last over, first ball of the last over. Sloppy there from the keeper. Then he was bowled, cleaned up, but he will not mind that. Rudawan then took the charge, muscled that wide of long off for 4 runs. That was the last boundary in the Nigerian inning, allowing Nigeria to get to 151 for the loss of 8.
It's the ILT20 Continental Cup powered by Fancode. Nigeria's betting card. Solomon Renshaw up the order, went for not. Isaac Danladi pushed up, went for 20 from 7, a great cameo that he put off. Then Salim Salah made 21 from 28. Olayenke Olaleye made 34, as well as Vincent Adewoye, but it was a push from Karim Ridwan with 19 that able to propel them at 151 for the loss of 8 with the 12 extras.
Let's have a look at the bowling chart led by that man picking up 3 wickets. Zapi Menyimana a little bit expensive, going for 9 runs in his allotted 4 overs. And that man once again, Nadeem Mohammed, 4 overs, going for only 10 runs with a very good economy of 2, picking up only 1 wicket. But you would tell from those extras, 12 a little bit expensive from the bowling side, Team Rwanda. The umpires are out there in the middle, and the men in yellow and green ready and geared for, of course, this chase. As you see those 2 men, the openers of Team Rwanda, the captain, Didier Ndikubwimana alongside Oscar Manishimwe. They've been, of course, very impressive up front.
Sylvester Okpe, the captain of Nigeria, having a chat with Mohamed Tayo. We will have the opportunity of opening proceedings here from the pavilion end. A chase of 152 is what's needed. This will be one of the biggest chases that Rwanda will face, in the hope that they understand the gravity of the situation, that this match, if they win it, it almost virtually seal them in that spot in the final tomorrow. Botswana have a bigger task. They need to beat Uganda comprehensively later this afternoon. So we'll have a feeling that Rwanda have a cheaper option, facing Nigeria. 152 runs needed from 120 deliveries. Oscar Manishimwe opening the batting up with Didier Ndikubwimana, the usual suspect, you would say.
Opening the bowling is going to be, of course, left arm quick Mohamed Taiwo, who troubled these 2 batsmen in their last encounter, not giving them room whatsoever in the power play.
Everything ready. If you're just joining us, thank you for choosing to watch this match. My name is Tawanda Eli, in the commentary box with Babsunga Bashir. Both sides digging deep. Nigeria, they were on the back end of things until the last 5 overs, where they scored 64 runs in the last 5, averaging 12 runs and over. And it pushed them to 151.
Opting to go with the 3rd man and deep mid wicket. Here we go, fast ball. Apish chips in the dive at covers. Can this race away to the boundary? The chase is on by the tall lad. And the chase will be in vain. The up and running is Team Rwanda.
An unfortunate slip there, but that was a good way to get off the mark for Oscar Manishimwe. Just leaning into that one. Apish, but well wide of extra cover. The chase was on, got there, but the slip, that big boot, could not get the essential grip to keep that one in play. 4 runs.
Of course, the fielders will be very careful with the heavy rains of yesterday. Safety comes first again, but I'll tell you, these 2 sides are here to battle it out. Very good start indeed for Team Rwanda.
No, that one just sharply coming back. Feel like there was just a tad little bit of inside edge or movement coming back off the surface. And that is good. It's always a good feat for a left armer if you can bring it back into the batter.
That man, of course, left arm quick, who troubled these 2 openers with those nip backers, getting, of course, some shape up front in his second delivery. He nipped one off Didier Ndikubwimana, the captain.
Getting on top of the bounce. Well negotiated. Pace is one thing that these 2 are comfortable with. Oscar Manishimwe and Didier Ndikubwimana.
Oh, of course, they love pace on. Love using, of course, the restrictions of having 2 fielders outside the ring. They would love, of course, from these 2 to give them a very good start is Team Rwanda if they are to chase down 152. Soft hands again. Much better line and length from Mohamed Taiwo. Not allowing them to free their arms. Love the way, of course, those men in yellow and green got to that 151 in their allotted 20 overs, scoring in phases. 41 in the power play. And of course, that 58 in the next 10 overs. And packing a punch, of course, in the last 4, getting 52 runs.
Now trying to come down the track. But well read. My Mohamed Taiwo there. Just following the batter. So it's just the first boundary that they got, and it's been 4 dot balls after. Good comeback, good fight back. You can hear how loud the yellow greens are out in the field.
A very good comeback indeed from Taiwo. He would love, of course, to close off this over without, of course, conceding any more boundary. Very good shot. 2 is the call. They're running very hard. And they'll scamper for 2 runs to close off the first over with 6 runs. Is Team Rwanda.
Change of things for the first time. Sylvester Okpe gives himself the opportunity to open the bowling, rather being the second bowler, and he'll be coming from the airport end. And pace on one end, spin on the other. This is something that I had been yearning to see, how these two do when they're tested up with spin, because they love pace on the ball. And that is Didier and Oscar. This time around, Sylvester Okpe wants to change things around. Slow down things a bit early on.
Starting off with a long on and a deep square leg fielder outside the ring. Very intelligently, of course, if it pays off from Sylvester Okpe, bowling it into the right-handers, making sure they hit him on the bigger part of the ground. Swept, upish, 1 bounce for 4. Doesn't need any sighters, is the captain. Didier Ndikubwimana getting off the mark in style.
Not too straight and played well. It was upish, but it's in a safe region. We're still in the power play, so there will be no one there really to protect that side.
Oh, what a way to welcome the captain of the opposition side. Full again on that occasion, driven downtown. A boundary and a single to start off things from Didier Ndikubwimana. The batsman, of course, who's not had a go in this tournament against the men in yellow and greens, is Didier Ndikubwimana. Scored 6 runs in his first game against Team Nigeria and 8 runs in the last outing. They would love him to give them a very good start to stand a chance, of course, of chasing down 152. Plays it on the back foot is Oscar Manishimwe, watchfully played. Full again, leans back, up and over the side screen. Huge maximum coming off the blade of Oscar Manishimwe.
Now that's magnificent to play there. Oscar Manishimwe taking charge as always. It was in the zone, in the arc, you would say. Played it as straight as ever. And it'll hit the side screen.
You asked that question of how they're going to play out the spinners up front in the power play.
Yeah, but not when they're being given such half volleys, you would say. I want better application from the spinners when they taking full advantage of anything that is full and in their comfort zone. That's not the length to be bowling it.
It's that man, shot number 12, the captain, who's not having a good day in the office. After, of course, that golden duck, he's been hit 11 in his first 4 deliveries. I'm not sure why he's trying to bowl it full. We saw, of course, the spinners, Mohamed Adil and Emilio Kriza, getting some patches, bowling in the right channels.
This partnership has been lethal for Team Rwanda. And they've scored over 275 runs in between them. And worked just leg side. There's a good chase. It'll just be kept down to 2.
A good rotation of strike from Oscar Manishimwe and the captain Didier Ndikubwimana.
So, from scoring those 275 runs in the 8 games that they've played so far, the average score for this partnership is around 34 runs that they score early and up the order. The biggest partnership is that 138-run partnership against Botswana. But this time around, the poor call. These two had been running brilliantly in between the wickets. But a slow takeoff will result in a run-out. And the captain will have to go sold down the wicket by his partner. Just tapping it aside. Slow get-off. Quick reaction from the Nigerian field. Results in Rwanda losing their first. You can drop a pin in this oval. As Didier has to go, Rwanda lose their first. He goes for 5 from 2.
Let's have a look at that on the replay. Into the pads, plays it straight to that fielder at short mid. Very good collection and easy from the wicketkeeper batsman Suleiman Runshawe. I'll tell you, Eli, if Rwanda doesn't get over the line, that would have gone down as the worst ever call from Oscar Manishimwe. But he's still out there. That man, shot number 18, 14 of 10.
Now, good take, good anticipation from Vincent Adeoye to effect that run out together with the wicketkeeper, Solomon Runshaw. Ogaball drawing the batter forward. That's a beauty. We'll call it a Jaffa.
A lovely ball from that man, Taiwo, bowling it away from the right-hander, threatening the outside edge. Love the way he sets up batsmen. He'll give you that outswinger. And will surprise you with the nip backer, the one that comes in.
Thinking that he can cut that one. Beaten for pace. And plays a shadow shot. A little bit of width there. It was there. But trying to hit it a little bit too hard, you would say.
That's the second outswinger from that man, left arm quick, Mohamed Taiwo. He has a third man in play.
A good start to the over from Mohamed Taiwo. 3 dot balls in a row. Needs to work out the other 3 remaining deliveries. Trying to keep a leash on things here.
Joining, of course, Oscar Manishimwe is that man, Isaini Omugawa, who was the hero in their last outing against Team Nigeria. Cut away on that occasion, get something on it. There's a fielder in the deep who can only play second fiddle on that occasion. Much needed boundary here for Oscar Manishimwe.
Cut well, kept it on the ground, wide of third man. Worried face of the captain, not happy. Still yet to completely take off his attire there, and is using there, disappointed. Now depends on the men that are in and yet to come. Run rate 8.2, that should be good. Required 7.4. That should sort of like ease things for him. And this is how he got to be back in the dugout. Slow to get off. There was no run there. Even Usain Bolt could not have gotten over the line there.
Not a happy face on your screens from the captain. But again, he is one of the selfless players putting on that shirt. Yellow, I beg your pardon, blue and yellow. He will, of course, back his men, especially that man, Oscar Manishimwe, who moved to 18 with that boundary. A lot of talk happening in between there, led by the captain, Sylvester Okpe, and his big brother, Isaac, having a chat with that man, Mohamed Taiwo.
Yeah, that delivery that was sent to the boundary, it seems like we need another search party to go looking for it. And that's why there's a slight delay to finish off this over. The umpires will come through. And there'll be another set to choose from. Umpires will come into your picture there. Selection process. I really wonder what makes them decide which delivery to use. I'll have a chat with them later on, so that we know, are they given a really new ball, slightly older one? Do they note how many overs was used in this one? Such party comes out in vain. So definitely we need a replacement delivery.
I believe Eli at this stage 2.4 overs, 23 for 1. They would look for that semi-new ball.
How do you say it's semi-new? It's only 2.4 overs. It's literally very new.
I'll tell you a funny fact here. In my old days, I didn't mind any ball. You got to back up your abilities, Eli.
Oh, man.
We've seen many batsmen having a look at the ball being, of course, replaced. Nothing from these two youngsters, Oscar Manishimwe and Isaini Mugabo.
That looks like a very, very new ball. Maybe they don't mind it being new. That means it'll come onto the bat a little bit quicker, faster. Can see a few people. I know they're not in your picture, but they're really going to search for that ball. I'm sure it'll be kept in the pockets. $23 for 1, 2.5 overs, one more delivery to go to finish the third here. And 4 runs given away. You'd say it's been a good over from Nigeria. And dot ball to finish things off. That's good. 3 overs done. 23 for 1, Rwanda.
And the captain, Sylvester Okpe, will take a break, of course, after going for 13 in his first, allowing the big lad there, shot number 3, Peter Aho, to ball from the airport end. You'd feel for Sylvester Okpe trying to take a gamble up front in his first over, going for 13. Allowing now that man who possesses a lot of experience troubling the openers. Goes for a cut shot, beaten by pace from Peter Aho.
He's saying no feet movement there. Not moving towards the ball. That's why he couldn't make the desired contact. Trusting his eye. It fails him on that occasion. Every time I've seen this young man play, he starts off streaky, very nervous, you would say. But when he gets going, he does get going pretty well. But earlier up, he's very tentative.
And again, when you look at that previous delivery, no foot movement from Isaini Mugawa, I'm not sure he's finding himself caught into two minds. Yet, of course, to open his account. But what a gem of player. What a performance he put up. Making sure he was one of the reasons with his batting performance to register their very first win against the men in yellow and green is Team Rwanda.
Better, well played, full face of the bat there. Works like a diesel engine, takes time to get going, cranks himself up, gets confident every time he gets the bat behind the ball. Number 8 on the table of run scorers. 127 runs to his name. 150, the highest of 59.
I'll tell you that 59 will be remembered for a long time. Being, of course, his first half century in his young career in international T20s. Very good start from that big man, Peter Aho. 4 dot balls.
Many will remember him from yesterday. Bowled very, very well. As much as Botswana tried to put him under the pump, putting up a big score, but however, it was Danladi who came to the party with Ranshoe. Brilliant performance they had there with the bat. Chasing a target of 50. Lightning quick overs. Didn't get to the 5th over. It was all done by the 3rd over. But today it's a different day. Different target to defend. Well played. They go for the quick single. Good running.
Getting off the mark is Isaini Mugawa, driving it straight to covers. He will keep striker. It is 24 for 1 after 4. Mohamed Taiwo will be bowling his third on the trot. He's been, of course, very tidy, going for only 10 runs in his 2 overs. Up against that man with that single. After, of course, facing 6 deliveries, Isaini Mugawa spoke about how he takes his time assessing the wicket. He knows how to switch gears. Joining Oscar Manishimwe after, of course, that big wicket of the captain, Didier Ndikubwimana.
Pulls it away. It's a good chase here. They're thinking of 2. These 2 are very quick in between the wickets. Good running. Almost similar in stature. They take off pretty fast. They trust their wheels on them. They can get by quite easily, especially if they get a good start off the first one. I think out of these teams that we have here, these 2 teams are the ones that I've seen them with the quickest batters in between the wickets. Still trying to decide who is quicker between these 2. Oh, good ball. Very, very good ball. Cutting the batter in half. He had no answers to that one. Just missing the top of off stump, you would say.
Good presence of mind from that man, Oscar Manishimwe. keeping a tattoo short on that occasion. Very pumped up are the men in yellow and green, led by that man Ridwan in the field. Takes a little shimmy on that occasion. Straight to the field at mid-off. Isaac Okpe allowing these two yet again to pick up a single.
Trying to create some momentum here. And then is Oscar Manishimwe. He's tired of the singles. He's looking to go big. The intentions for him are clear. Trying to utilize the restrictions of the power play. He was aiming to go over mid-off there. Doesn't get the desired connection.
I love the way Mohamed Taiwo is bowling at Oscar Manishimwe, not bowling it quicker to him. Which of course allowed Oscar Manishimwe to take that shimmy down the wicket. Not enough timing. Picking that man at mid-off. Very smart bowler he is. Mohamed Taiwo. Man, of course, was played a World Cup for the under-19s. Plays this on the back foot is young Isai trying to sneak in a single. Very good fielding at short mid-wicket. He brings out the experience is Mohamed Taiwo. Bring in, of course, that angle, left arm quick. Bowling some nip backers to the opening batsman of Team Rwanda. He would love to pick up a wicket. Edged. Beats the wicketkeeper batsman Suleiman Rushewe. Allowing it to go all the way to the boundary. Fortune favors the brave, they say. Isai Nyamugabo getting his first boundary.
It's not the first time that he's had them in an awkward position. That edge well wide of the wicket keeper. Don't think he would even carry it to first slip if there was a slip there. But this is good bowling from Mohamed Taiwo. First cut him in half earlier in the over. And this time around finds the outside edge. But it goes for 4. It won't say on the scorecard off the edge, but definitely it'll work its magic on the mindset of the batter, working it leg side. Fumble. And they just stick to one. He prefers to be on the other side. It's much safer. 5 overs done, 33 for 1.
Into the last over of the power play, 33 for 1. That's what the scoreboard is looking at. With that man, Peter Aho, going for only 1 in his first, who will be the man to close off the power play. Goes for a big pull shot. Gets something on it, allowing it to go yet to another boundary for Isai Nyamugabo.
Tricky runs from Mugabo, but he will take them this time around. It's off the glove there. Well wide again of the wicketkeeper. Behind him, he runs away for 4. It'll be good. And this is good. Yes, he's been struggling really to get it off the middle of the bat, but he's scoring runs nonetheless. So that should be what's important to him. He's keeping the scoreboard ticking.
No matter how they come, again, you would feel for that man, Solomon Rushawe, on those 2 boundaries. He couldn't have done anything much.
Another punch. Well, no, in the last over of the power play, but Rwanda are well placed better than Nigeria. Nigeria, at the end of the 6th over, they won 41 for 2. And you look at Rwanda, they're 37 for 1. they have a slightly better advantage in terms of they have one more wicket in hand, but they're going pound for pound here. Looking for a quick single. Goes against it. So how this match will end, in my assumption, will depend on how these two play. If one of them can bat all the way till the 15th over, making sure that they're scoring regularly, they will be fine. Because I know Rwanda have struggled in between there in the middle and lower order to get things going. But if these two are able to continue, I think they would be in a chance of a win here. Pushing for a quick single. Risky one, but it pays off. They understand the pressure. When the ball is hit to the field and you're taking a quick single, especially when you're quick, sometimes there's just that 30% chance that the fielder will mess up and they take full advantage of it.
I'm not sure what's happening to that man, Oscar Manishimwe, who is on 19 now, of 17. He's trying to take on, giving already 2 chances in the field. Apish holding his shape is that man, Isainio Mugabo. This time round, one comes out of the sweet spot of his blade. Straight as a ruler.
Very well played straight. And enough on it. Isaac Okpe's valiant effort to try to keep that one all in vain. It's a good one. Good shot. 8 runs already from the over. This is good. They're on 41 for the loss of 1. Remember what I said at the start of this over. Nigeria were 41 for 2 at the end of the 6th. There's one more delivery for Rwanda to end the power play a tad bit better than when Nigeria were.
And it will be a bonus if they get a boundary to close off the power play. Into the pads are flicked fine now, but there's a short fine leg. And with that quick single, they'll end on 42 for 1 after 6.
Our 6 overs done. 42 runs for the loss of 1. That's Rwanda. They are 1 run better than when Nigeria with 1 wicket better in hand. Have a look at the highlights of the power play. They started off with a brilliant, magnificent strike there. We took advantage of the use of spin up earlier on. Bowling in the slot, you would say. Went for plenty was Sylvester Okpe. There was some there, Shorty running there, and that sold Didier Ndikubimana down the wicket. But they continue to pick up wickets and boundaries. Streaky, you would say, from Manishi. Niyomugabo trying to get things going, but he's still finding boundaries. He's scoring regularly. That last shot, brilliant one, down the wicket for 4. Now power play, Rwanda will feel that they're up ahead. End of the 6th. There will be a change in the voices in the box with Zaid Khan as well as Davis Kirshani coming back in.
Good to be back. And with a change in the commentary box, there is a flick of the wrist there by Oscar. Exciting power play. This has been 43 runs for the loss of 1 wicket. Team Rwanda pushing the singles, getting the much needed boundaries as well. Not convincing, but keeping the scoreboard ticking. As I welcome back Davis, what do you think of this run chase so far?
Half chance, you would say, not taken. But Sylvester Okpe, having considered quite a number, of course, in his first, you'll know that the rest of his spell is going to be pretty important for Nigeria. Full delivery from him there, but very well struck. Unable to keep hand to it. Big wicket, you might have said. Big moment there, especially because that came from Oscar Manishwe's blade. Bit uncharacteristic of his knock. Oscar has scored just 20 runs off 19 deliveries, but you can see there's intent of trying to stay on the wicket. They know that for them to chase down this 150, they must find a decent enough mid-order partnership. And they have the best batters for them in the tournament out there on the wicket.
Yeah, both have been playing very, very handy knocks for Team Rwanda. Plays that one off the back foot, but it's a cat and mouse game between Sylvester and Oscar at the moment. Oscar just trying to pick that particular length to offer a big shot, and he's not getting it. That'll be the end of the 7th over. It's 45 for the loss of 1. There's the Rwanda scorecard. Manishima Oscar not out on 20 of 21. Didier Kubimana had to leave early for 5 of 2. Isai still out there in the middle. Just one extra has been provided so far.
And there is a bowling change for Nigeria. Sylvester Okpe throws the ball to his leading wicket taker in that last tournament they had in Abuja. We haven't seen Ridwan Abdul Karim bowl much in the last games, but they feel that Nigeria have enough runs here with the required rate being 8.2. They feel it is the perfect time to throw the ball to that leg spinner. We all know how destructive leg spinners can be in T20 international cricket.
Pops it in the air, just lands short of that fielder there. And they'll run and pick up a single. And it's again that googly by Ridwan. His go-to delivery. Bowls it so well and at some pace. Once again bowling that googly there in same region.
Yeah, he started up pretty well today. He's been guilty, especially at the end of his spells. He's bowled some very big overs. Of course, Nigeria, another googly. Chance in the air, and that's very well taken down there. Deep mid wicket, and Nigeria have picked up the prized wicket of Oscar Manishiwe. Rwanda lose a big wicket.
Yeah, you could feel Manishimu Oscar reaching his threshold of patience. The googly, hard hands at it, didn't go the distance and comfortably taken at cow corner there. Second wicket goes down, 20 of 23, Manishimu Oscar. Olainka picks up the catch in the deep, made it look so easy.
Looking at that replay, the googly yet again, third delivery. And Ridwan Abdul Karim has struck for his captain. And Nigeria, not as much elevated celebrations, but they will know the meaning of that wicket. And you get a feeling, Zahid, that was an important passage of play in the context of the game. And now Rwanda need to find another hero in that blue and yellow to take them to that final tomorrow afternoon.
Yeah, and the name is Daniel Gumisenge, the new man in. It's going to be a big ask for him. Hasn't really been fruitful for the men in blue throughout this tournament. Lots of expectations to come out of him. Will this be the game? But the danger man for Team Nigeria is still out there in the middle. Isai, the player that won player of the match last time these two sides faced each other.
Hits that in the air, is underway. The scamper through for 2. Run out opportunity. And that's taken. Big wicket yet again. Rwanda in the successive deliveries have lost their 2 leading run scorers in the tournament. Isaye and Womugabo. He's gutted. He is still on the wicket. Unable to find his feet. He will know that perhaps with that dismissal, Rwanda's hopes of getting into the final could have gone with him.
Very, very unnecessary running there. Comfortable pick up, throw, and easy decision for the umpire to make. He cannot believe he was given out. But that's the call, and a fair call it is. Has got to depart. The danger man has gone. Orchide Tuisenge will now be joining Daniel Gumisenge out in the middle.
A run a ball 20 from Isaiah, but Zaid, not the perfect time right now to try and whisper a secret. It is pin drop silence at the Gahanga Cricket Stadium. They understand that with those two deliveries, Rwanda having lost two of their bigger batters in the tournament, they know that they have their backs against the wall. The man in your frame there, Oscar Manishiwi, the leading run scorer for Rwanda in T20 internationals this year, has been sent back to the hut.
Again, it's shots like that. Gumisenge Daniel not understanding the depth of the situation, the delicacy of the moment. Tries to pop the ball in the air. Even that shot that got his partner run out wasn't a convincing shot. Would have settled for just a single.
I don't think I'll blame the young man on that one. I thought Isaiah is the one who actually called and took that risk. But otherwise, for me, I think the young man has literally put his hand up. He's done decently. But Ochide will have to bring all his experience. Gets another googly first up. Very well ball from Rudwan.
8 overs done here. It's 48 for the loss of 3.
Swinging that replay, Daniel started off by hitting that wide over long on, you would say, but very well completed there. Fielding in the deep and very well done by Rudwan Karim. Completes an important run out. And after 8, Rwanda are at 48 for the loss of 3.
Plays that in the air, got away with it. Would have been a brilliant grab. Goes through the hands of the keeper. Would have been very, very happy. Sylvester. Drives that and will pick up just a single. Not trying to look for unnecessary runs here, unnecessary run-outs. These two have to build a partnership and gain the momentum once again. In recent times, Gumisenge Daniel has been having a tough time with his strike rate, and the amount of conceded dot balls has been plenty under his name. Oh, nearly took him on. Beautiful delivery that was.
Turn and bounce there from Sylvester Okpe. Very well flighted. Gets patches from there. Literally nearly clips that off stump. Back-to-back dot ball, 3 in a row so far.
It's been some sort of a comeback this by Team Nigeria, especially those 2 back-to-back wickets. Like you mentioned, pin drop silence. 9 overs done here. It's 51 for the loss of 3.
You just get a feeling with Rwanda requiring just over 100 of just 66 balls. They cannot afford to fall too far behind the required rate. They need to find of ensuring that scoreboard to keep ticking. I like the fact that for me Daniel appears to be one of those players that likes to be very busy. He has shown us how strong he is down the ground, but he's also shown some weaknesses for the deliveries that are not pitched up to him.
It's the direction of spin which is bothering them. The variation on offer by Ridwan can barely tell which side the ball is going to turn. That one comes back. That was the googly. And it's been given as a wide, so a bit worried is Ridwan.
Yeah, that line above the line, but as I said, the line belongs to the umpire. Daniel takes a little shimmy down the wicket. That's hit in the air. Does it have enough in it? Yes, it does. He breaks the shackles. You just feel that Rwanda had only scored a total of 12 runs in the last 4 overs. So something was about to give, and yet again Daniel shows us how strong he is down the ground for anything that is pitched up to him. Little shimmy, much needed, threw everything at it, and that sailed right over that long on fielder.
Used his feet, got to the pitch of the delivery and gave it all. But then to follow it up is what matters. Do you keep the momentum going? It's one thing building the momentum and a whole different thing to maintain it. Plays that one down the ground. Will deal in singles now.
Tries to hit that one a bit too hard and too far. He loses his shape in it, but gets the inside half of the bat. Allows him to scamper through for a single. A big delivery coming up here. Or Chide will be on strike for this last delivery of Ridwan Manzova.
Goes hard at it. Misses it completely. Beaten by pace. That will be the end of the 10th over. It's 59 for the loss of 3.
Looking at the one there, both teams obviously, you feel like Nigeria getting that 151. They managed to get an important partnership in the middle there. You can see there are no blue wickets that were picked up in the middle, but it is that aspect of the curve, the worm for Rwanda right now. It is looking to flatten, meaning they're not getting enough runs in that middle phase. They do not want to allow the worm to take a nosedive. They want to stay as close as possible with that Nigerian worm.
Sylvester, the skipper, back into the attack. Starts off with a dot.
Sahid, I'll tell you that Sylvester Okpe has conceded only 6 runs in his last 13 deliveries.
Hits that down the ground. Will be protected. It's bowling according to his field set. Very, very smart. Very smart cricket. Very smart bowling indeed. Playing and keeping it safe.
With an offer, and now Richardem manages to hit that straight to that field at point. Red one, Karim unable to hold. Keep hand to that one. 2 valuable runs. You just feel that for me, the Rwanda ranches is largely hinged on that man's bat. With all the experience he has, he must bat at least 25 deliveries to get Rwanda close.
Plays that to the deep once again and will manage to pick just a single. Like I was mentioning, Gumisenge Daniel, yes, he's a quality youngster. But even domestically, one thing that he's been asked to do is up his strike rate. He plays a bit too cautious and gets into his shell so deep, gets almost difficult for him to get back out. Not this time around. This is what is more needed of Gumisenge Daniel.
There he goes. For me, cautious may not be the word to describe the way he bats, because he's shown a lot of fearlessness. Anything full in his arc, he will go big. You'd like to see the bowlers draw their length back, especially to Daniel.
Oh, that was a firm hit for a maximum.
Much better length, especially to Daniel. But with that dot ball brings an end to the 11th. Rwanda 69 for the loss of 3.
Peter Aho coming in from the airport end.
Bit of an interesting change for me. I felt that Ridwan Abdul Karim had seemed to find his rhythm. He was troubling the batters, you felt, with that googly. But Sylvester Okpe opting to go with his right arm fast bowler.
Yeah, his googly were becoming a very, very big issue for the run-on side. Not sure if they'll play pace with the same respect. Orchidea to Isenge, regardless of what the total is, what is required, the likes of Orchidea to Isenge, his natural ability to look very, very calm at the crease. Ooh, a direct hit over there would have kept Nigeria in business.
Drop and run, obviously, from the Rwandan batters, but that seemed a bit close. Scamper through for a single. Slightly late start off by Orchidea. That was close. If he had hit the bullseye, Nigeria would have been very interested. An important passage of play here. Full and straight. Easy decision. Patrick Makumbi, the umpire, standing in on that end. Judges that as that was clattering into the stumps, and Daniel loses his wicket. 18 of 17 is managed to score. Goes right across his stumps. Looking to try and open up that onside, but did not get any bat on that one. Easy decision. Rwanda lose yet another set mid-order batsman.
Very, very easy decision. Right in front of the stumps there. And Daniel has to depart once again cheaply. We've got new man in. Orchidea is going to be joined by Jean-Pierre Rukundo. Into the 70s is Team Rwanda. 82 from 51 deliveries. Still very, very possible. 2 big overs, I reckon.
Regardless of the 2 big overs, it requires 2 set batters to actually be there. But clearly, Peter Aho has justified the reason why Sylvester Okpe brought him back and has picked up that breakthrough. And not just picked up the breakthrough, he's only conceded 1 run in the 4 balls he's bowled in his second spell.
Beautiful delivery. Just angling in. And nearly taking the edge to the keeper's gloves.
82 runs required of 50 balls. You feel that it could have been a batters
Angling in once again. Looking for the toe-crushing Yorkers is Peter.
It is that wickets column for Rwanda. The fact that they have lost 4 wickets, that's where they are facing a challenge. But we've seen a lot of teams hunt down anything just under 10. The required rate is now at 9.9.
It's been a very, very good over so far. A great over to end. 12 overs have gone by. It's 71 for the loss of 4. The required run rate is going over 10 now.
Looking at the Manhattans for both sides, you can see those big Manhattans for Nigeria at the back end of their inning. We haven't seen very many so far in the Rwanda inning, with their highest being just 13 runs. So you'd want to think, which was in the second over, so you'd want to think they need, for them to have a chance of winning this one, they must find a way of at least replicating those big Manhattans that were scored by Nigeria. But the men in your frame, they're the team that sit on top of the log at 16 points. There is daylight between them and number 2. They're here to play that afternoon game against Botswana, who are already out of the tournament. And there is a bowling change. Isaac Okpe has been tasked to bowl a very important over here. He will be bowling from the pavilion end.
Jean-Pierre Rukundo. Facing Isaac Okpe there, using his pace. Would like to use his pace and open the face there to guide the ball into the gaps. To pick up much needed runs. Tries to drive that, not enough power behind that, will pick up just a single.
Good time for Isaac Okpe to bowl. I feel that he'll know that he has a number of runs to play around with. Knowing that Rwanda required to score at already a touch over 10. The smartness in Isaac Okpe's bowling should come to actually full fold in this situation. You look to take a lot of pace off and look to deny the batters from that hitting arc.
They'll need a couple of maximums here by Orchidea to bring them back into the side. To bring the table back in. Beautiful delivery there. Swing and a miss. So close to the stumps and to the edge of the bat as well. Just teasing the bowler there. Picks up a single.
Just knowing Isaac and the way he operates, or having a little bit of an idea of the way he thinks, he will enjoy bowling at this particular time. He's one of those players yet again that likes to thrive off basically strangling opposition batters, not allowing them to get those odd boundaries. He's only conceded 2 runs off 4 deliveries. You look to close out the over without conceding a boundary.
Once again, a gentle bumper there. A slow bumper. Didn't rise all the way through. Final delivery. Have a look at that. Just remained about chest high. A fumble by the keeper, allowing them to rotate strike.
Need to close the over out. Based on how the trigger that Tochida is taking, should not be looking to bowl it full. Fully goes, but fortunately for him, it's in the block hole. Ochide can only get that to long off for 1 run. Very good over, you will say, for Nigeria. Run at 75 for the loss of 4 after 13. With 77 runs needed off 42 balls for Rwanda, the debate in the commentary box was just how long it would take Sylvester Okpe to turn to his front line all-rounder, Isaac Danladi, to come and bowl his off break.
The man that offered a quick fire cameo earlier on is now in with the ball in hands as the duty. Isaac Danladi. A player no side would mind to have.
With Orchide struggling, you would say, at 7 off 11. He'll be hoping and thinking this might be the over that breaks the shackles and returns momentum in Rwanda's favour.
Momentum it is. One bounce for 4. Gets introduced and welcomed with a boundary.
Full delivery right in the hitting arc there for Orchide. The perfect way to start the over, especially for a man who is looking for form. 4 runs off the first is looking to make it at least a 10-run over.
With such great foretelling, you should try your luck at fortune telling. Predicting it really, really well here.
Such a low-lying business.
It's healthy, we stick to cricket.
But good comeback delivery from Isaac Danladi. Balls are a bit too straight.
Goes hard, but won't beat the fielder.
Back-to-back dot balls. You can tell there's an itch there from Rukunda. He'll know he needs to go big.
Pops it over. Just chips it over the bowler's head to pick up a single. Can he finish off the over? Oh yes. Ends the over with a dot. That will be the end of the 14th over. It's 81 for the loss of 4. There'll be a change in the commentary box as we take a break.
$14 overs are done. 6 remaining. 7-1 needed from 36 deliveries. Rwanda 81 for 4. You can say pretty much they need another 80, or halfway there is where Rwanda is with only 6 overs remaining. My name is Tawana Eli with Bob Songa here. Bashir. Bob, looking at the equation, where do you see this going?
Very possible equation there. 71 off 36. With, of course, that man Orkidetu Isenge still out there in the middle. With his partner there who drives one to long off, Jean-Pierre Rukundo. Given that they have Emiro Kiriza to come in as Zapi Menyimana and Inyas, who can be very handy with the bat. It is, of course, unevenly poised, but you would feel for the Yellow Greens they've done a magnificent job right after the power play, making sure Team Rwanda can only add 40 runs on that 41 in the power play. Moving at 4 runs and over.
Straight up. Going to be a couple of bounces before the fielder gets there, but the running also has been good. They pick up a couple. I just get a feeling that after the power play, Rwanda did not have enough push to try and keep up with the required rate there. They lost some of their batters that are key into run chases quite up early. I'm trying to power that one away. but the presence of mind for Isaac Okpe to take pace off, something that he is known for. Comes through with his medium pace, and then even takes the pace off that medium pace. You find it difficult to take it away.
It's that man who's brought out all the experience he possesses, Isaac Okpe. Goes big again, catch was the call, beating that fielder at short mid-wicket. They're running very hard. Those couple for 2 runs to add to the total.
Yeah, well fielded by Ukpo there. Doing the hard yards out in the deep.
We spoke about earlier, Eli, how Team Nigeria scored in 3 phases to get to that 151. Given those 52 runs in the last 4 overs, Team Rwanda would love to capitalize on these middle order overs before you get it into deep.
Top edge. Goes straight up in the air. Keeper under it. Completes the catch.
A very good catch there from Suleiman Runshawe, who had to cover a lot of ground.
Najida trying to go big here. He gets the top edge. It goes straight up in the air. Fine leg region. Good run by Runshawe to get underneath it because fine leg was coming in. Salim Salau there. High five each other because the shout was loud and clear from the wicketkeeper to take that catch. Okida departs for 16 of 8. Rwanda lose wicket number 8. It'll be 186 for the loss of 6. Was a loss of 5, I beg your pardon. .66 runs now needed. Even though as it might seem as if things are a little bit far off here, at the same stage, after 15 overs, Nigeria in 97 for the loss of 3, Rwanda 86 for the loss of 5. Get a feeling that they're still there. They're 10 runs behind. If they can get 2 big overs, or in fact go big for the remaining overs, I believe they'll get there. But now, do they have the batters to get there?
Already we're into the all-rounders. That man, Emeru Kiriza, alongside Jean-Pierre Rukundo, they've been, of course, given that task to try and get them over the line. They would be asked to put on their best performances with the bat. Bring out the A game.
Back of the length. Mayor Kariza, the new man in, trying to still assess conditions. End of the 15th over. It'll be 86 for 5.
Isaac Denladi to continue from the airport end. Going for only 6 in his first. Starts off with the wide ball down the leg side. Should feel that this should be the moment of Team Rwanda to get an over of 10 plus.
66 from 30. Well set up here. Goes big. Connection. The bigger part of the ground, but still, you'll get a maximum from that. Jean-Pierre Rukundo gets it from the middle of the bat and sends it high and over the boundary for 6.
Coming around the wicket into the arc, out of the park from Rukundo Jean-Pierre. 7 runs are coming off his fast delivery.
I would love to see Rwanda just believing in themselves a little bit more. I know the task at hand is a little bit harder. 12 needed from here. They're only going at 6. But it is important to believe in your strengths, to believe in your abilities. Again, swing and a miss. I don't mind that. Show intent. Go down fighting, you would say.
Coming over the wicket, bowling it a little bit quicker on the occasion from Isaac Danladi. Plays it on the back foot. They will be happy to take another single at these two.
Because if you're able to get 2 maximums per over going there, you are getting what you need to get there. And I would love to believe that with the remaining 5 wickets in hand, any better coming through, they get 2 and over, 2 and over, 2 and over. Rwanda can get there. 94 for 5 at the moment. Emil Rukirize knew better. There's that thing again. The shadow shot that comes after you've played the wrong shot. Then you play the proper shot. Thick outside edge. Falls into a fortunate region. 8 runs off the over. 1 more delivery to go. How much can get from this? They should be looking for a boundary. Straight down the wicket. And they're pushing for 2. They'll just get 1. 16 overs are done. It'll be 96 for the loss of 5. 56 required from the remaining 24. Having a look at the Manhattans there. Not much difference, you would say, from the start right till here. They're even Stevens, but this is where it's important for Rwanda to escalate things like what Nigeria did. They got 3 big overs from the 18th to the 20th. They were going from 12, 16 to 20 and over. They need to do the similar kind of attack pattern.
It's going to be Isaac Okpe coming in from the pavilion end. This is where now the Yellow Greens have scored 52 in their last 4 overs. Jean-Pierre Rukundo and Emiro Kiriza, they will need to score above 12 runs and over if they are, of course, to get a chance of getting this win.
Yoke outside off stump. That's good bowling. They only get 1. Required run rate now on the 14 marker there. Now I would say as much as you need to pay attention to that, don't, because it put pressure on you. Just look to say I need to get at least 2 maximums of 2 deliveries and get singles off the rest. It'll give you a better margin. Pulls it away. It's up in the air. Does it go the distance? Falls in a very safe space. And they run 2. There claps all around from the supporters that are here. They want to feel Rwanda inching closer to that 99. They move on to just 1 run away to getting to 100.
3 runs of the first 2. You would tell, of course, from that shot from Emiro Kiriza. He needs to get 1 over the ropes. Not getting enough timing at the moment. They would love him to clear.
In the block hole, well bowled. That's a good delivery. That's a good line to bowl it. You know he's the new man. He's trying to go helter-skelter. Possibility of a miss you a hit.
Big task, I would say, here for these men out there in the middle, Emile and Jean-Pierre, trying to get a maximum on a bowler like Isaac Okpe, who's been very deadly at the death, nailing in those Yorkers.
Come on, Bob. Believe in the young man. Pulls it away. It's down the ground. Toe end of the bat. And they get a single. And the 100 will come up for Rwanda.
100 comes up for Team Rwanda. I'll tell you, Eli, it's not the belief, it's the lack of the character in the batsmen of Team Rwanda. Always depending, of course, on those two, Oscar Manishimwe and Didier Ndikubwimana. They don't have Martin Akayezu in the side today. Swing and a miss again from Jean-Pierre Rukundo. Getting closer and closer to that 15 run and over.
As we always say, that the idea was good, but the execution not so good.
Isaac Okpe on the other side, he's been very tidy in his 2.5, giving away only 12 runs. Nothing to work with to the batsman.
Up in the air. Who wants it? Taken. A diving catch. Magnificent take by Mohamed Tayo. He ran a long distance coming from the on boundary there. Looking to go straight was Jean-Pierre Rukundo. Again, the idea was good, but the execution.
Hit the deck hard from Isaac Okpe. Rukundo Jean-Pierre on the up. Not enough timing, but what an effort from that man. Once again, Mohamed Tayo chipping in the diving catch. He'll end up picking up 2 wickets with 1 over to come from Isaac Okpe. 13 of 16. One maximum. Jean-Pierre Rukundo who has to depart.
$100 for 6 Rwanda after 17 overs.
Interesting here, Emir Kiza, and that man who's been promoted ahead of Zapi Bimenyimana, who's been very handy with the bat. He can hit a long ball, but they've given the opportunity to Eric Kubgimana.
That's the wicket again. Trying to go straight. Man only goes up high, and a good effort for diving catch there. Running a long way from the offside boundary. Kept his eye on the ball. And a good diving catch in the end. Peter out to bowl his 4th and final over. Met straight. And taken. As easy as it comes, in you come and out you go. Rukiriza only adds 4 runs to the total. Peter Au with a little bit of a dance to celebrate that wicket. And he'll pick up his 2nd of the game. And it's almost like virtually seals the fate for Rwanda.
Fall there from Peter Aho. Not enough venom to get it over the ropes. Picking up that man in the deep. Isaac Okpe, who takes an easy catch. Back-to-back wickets here for the Yellow Greens. That man who took the catch ended his 3rd over with a wicket, and Peter Aho starting off his last of his quarter with a wicket over Emilio Kiriza.
$100 for the loss of 7. That's Rwanda at the moment. Now what magnificent figures for the man in your picture, Peter Au. 2 for 12 and 3.1. Here's 5 remaining deliveries. Can he pick up a 5, I would say? If he cleans up the remaining 3, he's bowling well. Newman, Nadir Mohammed, facing his first delivery. Short delivery. Beaten for pace. Oh, the umpire calls it wide. That's a little bit harsh, you'd say. I'm not the man in the middle, but I feel that was a little bit harsh.
Absolutely. That was in the reach of Mohamed Nadil. Let's have a left. Oh, that's a little bit too high. Very good from the production team, of course.
That's why I'm not an umpire. That's why I'm a commentator. I have the liberty to say anything I think. Good take from production, proving me wrong.
Very good again from the production. A lot of credits are giving us all the angles. to make sure everyone is satisfied watching this live.
Oh, it's up in the air again. Will it get there? Going to be just short of Isaac Okpe. Trying to add some impetus into their scoring, Nadir Mohammed. He gets off the mark though.
Nothing coming out of the sweet spot of the bat of these men coming in for Team Rwanda. They've struggled to time the ball. You'd feel those men in yellow and green, they've put on a collective performance in this game. Knowing, of course, the winner will play Team Uganda. They made sure they got to that 151 in their allotted overs. And they have managed to pick up 7 wickets, making it a little bit harder for the Rwandans, the host, needing 48 of 15. They will need a magical performance to get to that 48 as Team Rwanda. Very good over here from Peter Aho, despite, of course, those 2 extras.
Oh, that's a big shout, big shout. Not given. Again, I would say that's a close one because that looked pretty straight from here. Maybe he's just pitching outside leg stump. Maybe, just maybe. Man, I was very, very close. If I was the umpire, you know what my decision would have been. But again, I will say, I'm not the umpire.
It's a close, Eli, I would say, dead in front. Full again into the block hole, driven downtown for yet another single. They need maximums, is Team Rwanda. What a bowling performance from the men in yellow and green. See, they've balled in right channels into the block hole, not giving any room whatsoever to the Rwandan batsmen to free their arms. One of the reasons, of course, they've been moving at 5.8 is Team Rwanda. To the block hole again. Big swing and a miss. Who will end his quarter with 2 wickets for 17 is Peter Aho. 105 for 7 after 18. It's going to be that man who opened the proceedings with the cherry, Mohamed Taiwo. Very tidy in his first 3, going for 18. Making sure they don't get to a flying start in the power play. Coming in to close off his quarter, up against Nadir Mohammed and Eric Kubgimana. Would feel, of course, Team Nigeria did a magnificent job in the last 4 overs. Making sure they get to that 150. Change of pace up front from Mohamed Taiwo. But foxing that man, Mohamed Nadil. Starting off with the dot ball. Of course, earlier on, he was Sylvester Okpe who won the toss, deciding to have a bat first on a crucial game. A game that means a lot to a team that lost 4 back-to-back games. But when they come back, of course, after that heavy defeat of 10 wickets in a 5-over match against Team Botswana, takes a little shimmy, gets a healthy outside edge, chases on, but the chase will be in vain by that man, Selim Selau. Very good bowling from Mohamed Taiwo, despite getting that boundary. You saw the batsman taking that shimmy and carrying off all the pace. When I come back, this is from the men in yellow and green. Into the pads, trying to hoik it over the onside. Doesn't get enough timing again from Mohamed Nadil. You will literally tell from the body language from those men in blue and yellow. Started off, of course, with that run out of Didier Ndikubwimana.
Yeah, that was a brilliant piece of fielding there. Mohamed Tayo took a magnificent running catch in the previous over. Now given an opportunity to pick up a wicket himself by being given the ball. A slower delivery, but well played down the track just for one. Now with each passing ball, slowly but surely, Nigeria will be getting over the mark here. And they will wait for the result of the afternoon game that will be played just to see how things will fare, but they will be happy with this result. What will be key is what do Rwanda take away from this? Again, a slower delivery, just digging it into the surface there. Leg bye signaled by the umpire.
If asked that question, Eli, I would say the takeaways from this tournament for the host. We've seen those two batsmen, the openers, putting on a show, crossing, of course, that 1,000 milestone in T20 internationals. We've seen some handy knocks from Isaiah Nyamugabo and Daniel Gumisenge, and a lot of work to be done by the middle order batsmen. They didn't contribute much. One of the reasons they lost a couple of games, failing, of course, to make it to the finals. They will need to work on those men, Orkidetu Yisenge, Jean-Pierre Rukundo, and of course Emiru Kiriza and Nadil Mohammed. And with that single, we come to the end of the 19th, 113 for 7, needing 39 in the last 6. Woodfield and Lace, the bowler coming in from the airport end, will start off with 2 no balls that will go for maximums. It's the only option they have. But it's going to be that man changing ends, Isaac Okpe. Very impressive figures there, picking up 2 wickets, going for only 12 runs, executing the Yorkers, using the variations superbly in his 3 overs to make sure they get yet another win. He has a long off, long on, mid wicket. Deep extra cover. Those are his boundary riders. Short ball. Smith the leather young man, says Isaac Okpe.
Good start to the last over here. One that is a required run rate that we're not allowed to say because it'll be a cardinal sin, impossible to attain. Isaac Okpe already has 2 wickets to his name for 12 runs. He's done well into his last allotted. Play down the track. And we hit long on. Just kept 2-1.
You'd feel Isaac Okpe has done a tremendous job bowling at the death for his side. Of course, despite that game against Team Botswana where he had to defend only 3 runs. He's made sure to bowl those Yorkers to perfection. Change of pace again. Missed the outside edge on that occasion. intelligent bowler he is, and he has been for the men in yellow and green, is Isaac Okpe. Always leading from the front. Last 3 deliveries, 38. Change of pace again from that man rolling his fingers out, foxing Nadil.
Yeah, Nadil looked trying to come down the wicket, trying to learn something. The use of his feet, not able to get there. 2 deliveries to go before the curtain comes down on this game. Pretty much a one-sided affair. Swing and a miss.
Into the last delivery of this game. It's that man Isaac Okpe who's put on the show with the ball, giving nothing to the Rwandan batsmen. Good feel for the men in yellow and green. They've done their homeworks probably, of course, after losing 4 back-to-back games. What a comeback. Last ball, a change of pace. Same result. He will end with the dot ball, giving you only 1 run.
So that'll be it. 20 overs done. 114 for 7 is what Rwanda can only manage to put up. Nigeria will win this one by 38 runs. Let's have a look at the betting card of Rwanda. Oscar Manishima did get a start, 20 from 23. His other partner was sold short down the river, 5 for 2. And then Isiayi Nyomugabo, 20 from 20. Daniel Kumsenka's 18, also valiant. Ochide Tuyunga's 16 from 18. They got into double figures, but that's just only the starts that they're not able to convert, and they fall short by 37 runs. Nigeria's bowling card, as you can see there, quite a number of bowlers used, but those that stood out: Isaac Okpe, 2 for 13 in 4, as well as Peter Awo, 2 for 17 in 4, and then Karim Ridwan picking up 1 wicket there. And there was a run out as well. 7 extras given.
Let's have a look at the highlights of the chase. Started off, of course, with that man Oscar Manishime hitting down to extra cover for a boundary, getting off the marking style. And Didier Ndikubwimana taking a liking of the first over the captain Sylvester Okpe, who went for 13 in his first. And that's the big moment in the game where he was sold down the road by his partner Oscar Manishime. Nigeria getting their first wicket. Oscar Manishime looked very good with the bat, getting boundaries with ease. Until that man Isayi Nyomugabo joined him, driving down to get his third boundary. Oscar Manishime holding out in the deep at cow corner. Ridwan joined the party, picking up 2 massive wickets and effecting in a run out. The big one from Daniel Gumisenge, but his little cameo had to come to an end, holding out in the deep, giving away an easy catch. That was the LB from that big man who was brought back into the attack. Starting off, of course, with the wicket. And that man, of course, Isaac Okpe, getting rid of Orkide Tuyisenge, who was looking to be dangerous. And was hit, of course, from Rukundo Jean-Pierre. And his short stay at the crease came to an end with that off-cutter from Isaac Okpe, picking up his second wicket, and a very good catch diving forward from Mohamed Taiwo, who was very handy in the field today. Mohamed Taiwo coming in to bowl his last of the quarter, getting an outside edge that went to the boundary, but a little bit too late for Team Rwanda. And there you see the match summary. Vincent Adewoye being promoted, getting 34 of 25. Olayinka once again contributing 34 of 37. Salim Selau, the opener, 21 of 28. Inyasi Nirenganya up there with 3, a little bit expensive. for his 32 runs in the quarter, and Zapi Menyimana contributing with 3, and Nadir Mohammed with impressive figures, going for only 10 runs, picking up a wicket. And that man is Zainio Mugabo, once again striking it at 100, 20 off 20, and Oscar Manishimwe's contribution of 20 off 23, and Daniel Gumisenge's cameo of 18 off 17 had to be cut short with that LB. And Isaac Okpe leading from the front, picking up 2 wickets, going for 13 in his allotted overs, with Peter Awo opening the bowling with him, picking up 2 for 17 in 14. This should be another interesting encounter. Uganda will be taking on Team Botswana as we go down to our post-match presentation award.
Fantastic morning and welcome to the post-match presentation of this game where we're the host, Rwanda, taking on Nigeria. One would say is a decider at who ends up in number 2 and also standing a chance to be in that final. Right, Nigeria, they won the toss and they put up 151 runs in their allotted 20. Rwanda's chase, a valiant one, but however, they fell short by 37 runs. Let's have a talk with their captain, Didier Ndikubimana. Didier, so close it was, but however, it wasn't enough. Where do you feel it went off?
Still, we didn't part well, but our middle orders still need to work hard because we lost the match in the middle overs, so that's why.
Right, we take a look at the whole tournament. Yes, you spoke about the middle order in this game, but how do you sum it up? What do you guys feel you did well and what you need to work on?
Our openers, they did well, but still our middle orders, we are going to work hard, so next season we back strong.
Then talk about your own performance as a captain. How do you feel? You scored runs a few times, but how do you feel about that?
Yeah, I feel better because I'm still need to work on something like to learn between the wicket. Today I got to learn out, so I'm not happy today.
Unfortunate. Good luck in the next tournament.
Thank you.
And that's Didier Ndikubimana, captain of Rwanda. Now we have a chat with the winning captain, Sylvester Okpe of Nigeria. Sylvester, you come back now 2-2 after that 5 losses that you suffered. What was the difference? What did you change?
No more difference, just for guys to be able to take more responsibility while bowling and while batting. So I guess today it went our way.
And it did go your way. You even changed up a few things in the batting order. Was that deliberate? What was the intention going into bat there?
Yeah, just to get as much runs as we can. We believe in our batting strength, so it's just for guys to get more confidence and play their shots. So that was why it happened.
Congratulations, well done.
Thank you very much.
Right now I'm going to ask our third umpire, Mr. H. Tamasani, to come through for the player of the match presentation. Quite a number of outstanding performances. Vincent Adewoye scored 34 from 25, striking 4 fours and 1 6. But however, the player of the match will be Karim Ridwan, who scored 19 of 8 and picked up 1 wicket in 2 overs for 11 runs. A match-winning performance. Let's have a chat with Karim. Karim, how do you feel picking up your first accolade in this tournament?
Yeah, I feel good. I've been wanting this for a while now, and I just feel like today is a good day for me. I came through for the team here.
A good day it was. You contributed with both bat and bowl. Do you feel you are an all-rounder or you're a bowler who can bat?
I'm a batsman who can bowl. I'm a player who can bat. Yeah, I'm a batsman who can bowl.
Congratulations. Good luck in your next one.
Thank you very much.
That's it from this post-match presentation. Do stand by for the next game that will be coming through. But as for now, we'll send you back to the commentary box.
Looking at the match summary there, Nigeria obviously won the toss and elected to bat faster. They managed to get 151 runs in those allotted 20 overs. Vincent Adebayo was the pick of the batters for them. Got 34 of 25. Olayanka got 34 of 37. Salim Salah got 21 of 20. Pick of the bowlers: Inyas 3 for 32. Zapi 3 for 37. Nadir 1 wicket, picked 1 wicket in his allotted 4 overs, but went for just 10 runs. In response, Rwanda, the ranchers did not get out of first gear. They could only manage to get 114 runs in the allotted 20 overs. Isaye got a run, a ball 20. Oscar Manishiwe 20 of 23. Daniel got 18 of 17. Pick of the bowlers: Isaac Okpe 2 for 13. Peter Ho 2 for 17. Ridwan 1 for 11. Nigeria winning by 37 runs. The standings there for you. Uganda sit on top of that log. They have played 8 games, yet to lose a game. Picked up 16 points. Nigeria obviously will make it to that final tomorrow afternoon, picking up yet another victory here. They sit on 8 points. Rwanda followed that. Their tournament comes to an end. They've only managed to put together 6 points. Botswana sit bottom of that particular log in 4th. Do stay with us for the afternoon clash between Uganda, the top team in the tournament, alongside Botswana. Yet they would be hoping to try and finish off their tournament by picking up a victory. On the other end, Uganda will be hoping to keep continuing that momentum.